Welcome to Tales from the Streets.
Here is what this narrator has to say. I have a story to tell. Maybe I shouldn't even be telling it, but I think I should, for posterity's sake. I am the only son of my mother. I have 5 sisters, and being the only son, there was so much pressure on me growing up. My parents wanted me to be the one who would achieve so much in order to carry on their name. I was about 7 years old, or maybe 8, I cannot quite remember, when my mother began to take me to the hospital. I wasn't sick. I didn't feel feverish. I just recall that every time we went to the hospital, the doctors would ask me to pull off my shorts and then they would examine my penis. At first, I wasn't bothered, but as I grew older, I became conscious of myself. I began to ask my parents why the doctors were always examining my penis. It's because you want to make sure you are okay. But there is nothing wrong with me. I would complain every time they told me we were going to the hospital. I didn't enjoy the attention my penis was getting from the nurses and doctors, and even my parents. At age 10, my father thought it was then okay for me to know, so he told me. When a man is complete, his penis will rise in the morning. A healthy male will always have an erection. Does your penis rise when you wake up? At that time, I had never noticed. I didn't think so. In short, I never did. I mean, you can imagine. It was not an issue for me. I didn't even know boys were supposed to have early morning erections. I was a kid, remember? My parents were worried I may never father any children. At that age, I couldn't care less. In fact, fathering anything was not on my list of wants. I was 10 years old. Anyway, with therapy, drugs, and plenty of agbo that my mother almost drowned me in, my penis would rise at half-mast in the mornings and being persuaded that it would rise to full mast at the night time. My parents were satisfied they had done their bit to give me a comfortable life. So hospital visits and agbo intake reduced drastically. I didn't understand the full import of their care until I went to boarding school for boys at Ijebu-Ode. What is a man without a full erection? He would never feel like a man, and so growing up in my late teens, when my friends were having sex like rabbits, I had occasional flings that almost became disasters. I had no girlfriend until I finished secondary school and returned to await my results in Lagos. That was also when Mercy came to live with my older sister. Mercy was nanny to my older sister's children, but she also went to school. Mercy was a flirt, a real tease. Whenever I visited, she would deliberately rub her breasts against my hand when serving me food. I may not have had girlfriends, but I was not an Enoch. I still wanted to keep test running my tool, to truly belong. So one day, we arranged to meet when my sister had gone to work and the house was empty. I went there and Mercy came from school shortly after. My staff was still not rising to full mast, but I didn't want to trouble my mother. She had gone through difficult times. All that period we're going in and out of hospitals looking for a cure. My friends had introduced me to some local herbs and chewing sticks that help a man stand to deliver the goods. So I used the same for Mercy. I had no mercy on her at all. She was young, inexperienced, and wouldn't even know if my performance was great or not. The truth is, I suspect I underperformed. I wanted a repeat match and bought more herbs and chewing stick. Still, my stick was not as hard as it should be, but it tried. I expected nothing, just more blissful sex with Mercy, and no, we did not use condoms because truthfully speaking, even though we did it a few more times, I never thought I could make any girl pregnant. My man was always half hard, and my thrust leaked real strength, so I figured that my milk would be weak. Then Mercy became pregnant. I was at their house the day my sister announced that a friend told her Mercy was pregnant. She did not believe it until a test confirmed it. My sister was mad as hell. She beat Mercy, insisting on being told who made her pregnant. That was when Mercy looked up and pointed at me. How can I? I screamed in my mind. I have a weak manhood and possibly low sperm count. Yet, this loose girl claims I got her pregnant. I denied it. Yes, I did though. I knew deep down, deep down, that I could never be responsible for her pregnancy. Which prick did I impregnate her with? I told my sister Mercy was a loose girl, and indeed she was, but my sister would hear none of it. She insisted I had to bear responsibility for the baby because I was the only one she was seeing with Mercy. Can you imagine? She didn't even know Mercy was pregnant in the first place. Someone told her after Mercy was already 6 months gone, and suddenly she said I was the only one she knows. This is how I became father before I even got into the university. My mother took the child, a baby girl we named Ruth. She looked nothing like me or my sisters, yet everyone insisted she looked like an old aunt of ours. Anyway, from then on, I kept my rod well sheathed. No more shenanigans. Besides, I wanted to have mercy on my poor mother, who was struggling to send me to school. I didn't want to give her more babies that she could care for. My father, he had passed on before I finished secondary school. After university, I found a job and met a lady, Sade. I married her. I never told her about my condition, though she knew about my daughter Ruth. For more than 7 years, Sade and I couldn't have children. Let me say this again. I never denied her sex. With the help of herbs and chewing sticks, I managed to get in and do the job. But you see life, deep down, deep down, I knew the problem was me, not Sade. But of course, I already had a daughter, Ruth, so everyone would believe Sade was the one who was barren. Though, to be honest, I begged Sade not to do anything stupid by way of looking for a child. I told her I was content with being with her, but you know how you women can be. She was running from pillar to post, church today, Allah Salatu tomorrow, Imam today, Prophet tomorrow. After many quarrels, I just let her be. Then she got pregnant and it was hallelujah all over. I tell you, my sister, deep down in me, I just know with Ruth that the child couldn't be mine. I'm telling you. But you know what? I love my children. Today, I have 3 in all girls, and I love them to pieces. I know deep down in me that these girls are not mine. Every time I see my wife talking to a man, I watch. I want to see if he displays certain mannerisms or even resembles my 2 younger daughters. I have no plans to expose anyone. I will work hard and care for my children. They are mine. They bear my name. I pray the day never comes when they would ask them or me to donate blood and we will find out that we are not compatible. That is just my only prayer.
If you enjoyed the story, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.